with Kyrie Irving and say, you know what, enough is enough. But you know what? But you know what? Like I said, this is unacceptable. Again, if you're Celtics fans, I don't blame you for being unacceptable, and I don't blame you for wanting Kyrie Irving out. But this is totally utter because this team this look what the Celtics like. It is really mind boggling how that the Celtics like again. Milwaukee's a hell of a team now. Milwaukee has depth. They lead the league in 3 point. They lead the league in 3 points. They have a deep. Their bench is very very good. Look what they did to the Celtics. You know, look what they did to the Celtics bench. Scored them 46 to 16. You know, outscoring them game 3 and game 4. So, and the super freak is and the Greek freak. He's just a one man wrecking crew. He really is. You know, and this Eastern Conference Final is going to be very, 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 very interesting. It's going to be more interesting than you think. So, but like I said, if you're the Celtics, where do you go from here? If you're the Celtics and the Rockets, where do you go from here? Because something got to change. This can't continue. For the Rockets, this can't continue. How long are you going to stay on the James Harden trade? Stay on James Harden. Because at some point, you're going to have to make a change. Same thing with Chris Paul. And if you're the Celtics, are you going to keep Kyrie Irving? And so Tony Zagier said, quote, if they resign Kyrie Irving, he wants out. Eddie House, if you don't think that Kyrie Irving is the locker room, how come one of your players just said that he wants out? If Kyrie Irving not the problem. Now, as far as two game sevens, let's start off with the as far as the as far as two games. Let's start off with the Portland Trailblazers and the Denver Nuggets. Boy, what a game! What a game! What a game! What a series! Um, the only thing that the reason why the Nuggets lost that game, in my view, they fall in love with too much. They fall in love with the threes too much. They missed 16 straight threes, and there was a different team in the second half. There was a different team in the second half, and give Portland credit. Their defense was ferocious. They were ferocious. They defense, they have, it all started with Zach Collins. Zach Collins really stepped up, even though he was in foul trouble. He was in foul trouble a lot. I think he would have 4 or 5 fouls. I'm not really sure, but give Portland tremendous credit because honestly, in the first half, after it was leading as many as 9, I thought that game was over. I'm gonna be honest with you. When Denver lead 31-17, I was like, oh, this Denver gonna run away with it, but Portland wasn't gonna let that happen. And by the second half, towards the end of the third quarter, CJ McCutcheon start taking over the game, and from that point on, from the fourth quarter, it was a back and forth game. It was a back and forth game, and give Portland credit. Give Portland tremendous credit. I said this. I said this at the beginning. I said it a week, 2 3 weeks ago, and I'll say it again. I think Portland, for the first time, I think Portland could get to the NBA Finals. I believe Portland could challenge I believe Portland could challenge the Golden State Warriors. They have depth in their bench. They have a big man. Well, Cantor is a big man. He could score, but he gonna get his rebounds and stuff. Damian Lillard is not gonna always have his best night. And C.J. McCutcheon is a gamer. C.J. McCutcheon is a gamer. You saw in the seventh game. You saw this in the seventh game. And you saw this Sunday. And this is what C.J. McCutcheon to do. Now, for the Nuggets to me have nothing to be ashamed about. I would keep the same team. I would keep the same team. Yes, Murray didn't have a good game either. He only had 13 points. Only had 13 points. Um, the Joker, the Joker, that kid, that guy. I'm gonna be honest. He remind me a little bit of Dirk Nowitzki. He remind me a little bit of Dirk Nowitzki. You know, he gonna be a good, he gonna be one of the best big men in the league. He gonna be, excuse me. In my opinion, he gonna be the next shooting big man in the league. I really believe that. So the Nuggets really have a good team, and plus the Nuggets believe it or not, was playing with house money. Nobody expect the Nuggets to go that deep. Nobody expect the Nuggets to be a number two team, and either one of these teams could have give the Warriors fits. You know, I said this the begin. I'm going to the playoffs this year. I said the Warriors are really going to have a tough. Out of all the years to go under Steve Kerr, this Warriors team is going to really have a tough time going through the Western Conference because this Western Conference is loaded. They're all hunting for Golden State. They're all hunting for Golden State. And again, game one of the Western Conference Finals. I'm really looking forward to it. Damian Lillard versus Steph Curry should be a fascinating matchup. The last time these two teams met, it was the first round. It was the first round of the 2017, and if I'm not mistaken, Golden State won in 5. I remember it was a 3-0 series lead. I remember it was a three. The Warriors took a three to command and took a 3 to series lead, and Damian Lillard won game four, and then they won game 5, something like that. But they met twice in the NBA. They met twice in the playoffs before. I do know that. But in the regular season this year, they even at 2 apiece. So if this series is going to be, I hope I hope the Western Conference Finals is going to be exactly like what we saw between Denver and Portland. As for the Eastern Conference, I feel bad for Julian Embiid. I feel bad for Julian Embiid. To be honest, when Kawhi Leonard missed that is beyond a shot of a doubt the most craziest buzzer beater I have ever seen in my life. I'd never seen a buzzer beater like this. Most buzzer beater would have gone smooth. That buzzer beater, believe it or not, reminded me of the old 2005 East Regional Final between the Kentucky Wildcats and the Michigan State Spartans. If you don't remember that, folks, when I don't remember how much time it was left, but I know Michigan State Michigan State Michigan State had the ball. They shot the ball, and I don't remember how it goes, but you could look it up on YouTube. Look up the 2005 regional final between the Kentucky Wildcats and the Michigan State Spartans. You're gonna see what I'm referring to. Anyway, anyway. With that said, Toronto, you cannot be scared. Toronto, y'all cannot be scared to take shots. Y'all really can't. I, Yeah, when a big game like this now is the Eastern Conference Finals, you gotta take shots. You can't give up wide open shots. I'm sorry. Yeah, I give up way too many shots. You can't be scared of the moment. This is really the driver's seat now. This is for going to the NBA Finals, and they gotta play much better than they did in that last series. There's no room for errors anymore. Now, Kawhi Leonard, Kyle Lowry, let's see how this team is gonna prevail. Is gonna perform. You know, so should be a fascinating conference finals, and let's see who's going to the finals. All right, that's what. Yeah, in the NBA draft is in the NBA lottery is tonight. Let's see. I just read just now if the Knicks wasn't chose to be number one, they might trade to get Anthony Davis. Let's see how shall see tonight. Um, let's see, you know. But as far as the baseball, let's move on to baseball. Um, the Mets had a rain out that the Mets had a rain out that Sunday. You know, they won. I'm gonna call it. They swept the Florida Marlins. They swept the Florida Marlins. This is the name. This is the game they needed in a big way. I went to one of the game on Friday where they just put on a tear. Started with Osario hit that grand slam, and Michael Conforto. Michael Conforto looked like he's hitting the ball well. Looked like he's getting back. He's getting his groove back. You know, he was struggling. He was struggling in the past at the last couple of bats. Now he's starting to heat. Now he's starting to heat up now. And we see the Michael Conforto of old, and Peter Alonso continue to be a monster. He continues, and so is Frank O'Neill. One thing about the Mets this year that I'm starting to like, and I hope it continues the rest of the season, that their offense has really been effective. They really hitting the ball. They're not relying on home runs. They really putting the ball in play, and that's what you didn't see with this Mets team last year, and you see it more. You see it more. Hopefully, it continues the rest of the season. You know, and the Yankees continue to be on fire, even though they had a chance to. They are back and forth with the Rays in first place. So busy baseball week, busy sports week as we winding down to the NBA, winding down to the conference finals and Stanley Cup finals. The Stanley Cup, the East and West finals for hockey is getting interesting. And with that, that's gonna do it for this edition of Drew Media Live. Thank you so much for listening. If you want to listen to this episode again, please go to Spreaker.com, type the keyword Andrew L. Perry. That's Spreaker.com, type the keyword Andrew L. Perry. And please follow my show on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and iHeartRadio. Until then, this is Andrew Perry, always saying to you, Shalom, let peace go with you. And I'll talk to you in the next Drew Mania Live. So long, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday.